Some homes are built with walls, and some are built with memories. For over 150 years, Burra Bungalow has stood like a living time capsule, quietly watching time pass, gently holding stories within its timeless embrace. Ah, if those walls could speak, imagine the tales they would tell. Once, two young boys wandered through these corridors, laughing, exploring, and unknowingly creating memories that would stay with them for a lifetime. And today, they return to Wild Mahseer, where history is your host, not just as guests, but as souls returning to a place where their childhood still lives.
Well, for me, it's my parents being sat here on this very veranda, literally where you are now. Every afternoon about probably 5 o'clock, after my father had come back from being in the tea estate and having afternoon tea and perhaps some beer or something, and all of us in the family sat here just having a chat on this veranda, which is basically exactly the same as it was. It was actually my parents that laid these tiles on the floor back in 1968, 1969 I think. So that's my first memory.
I think when my parents and we were sitting on this veranda, which is basically exactly the same, in the evenings it's always the sounds of the jungle, the music, and also I remember the smells. I think smells are a very strong thing. And coming in when we first arrived, the gardens haven't really changed. There's an old American, Willie's Jeep out there, which is virtually identical to the one my father had, and my brother and I were both taught to drive on a Jeep just like that, aged very young, driving around this very estate. So it's full of memories for us. It's all of those things, for us it was our whole world, because we were both born in India, we were both in the tea industry for almost all of our childhood years. And it's definitely a place. We were here, we were at Monabarry before that for many, many years, which is a tea estate about an hour and a half up the road, actually the largest tea estate in Asia. And it's definitely a place, it's definitely a feeling of community, the whole tea, it's a very sort of old-fashioned environment. I think back in those days, there was hardly any communications. So that phone in there, I remember the phone number, it was Ballypara 27. And I can remember my father shouting down the phone, because it was so bad, the line. He shouted, "Yes, yes, speaking, Ballypara 27. It was absolutely hilarious. It's a smell you can never forget. The smell of tea being made. It's just one of those smells that defines my life. For my mother, I think it was incredibly, she came to India in the late 1950s, early 1960s, to what was then a very remote part of India. It was very hard to get here, and it was a very closed community, so I think she was very brave. Good tea, as you would expect. It brings back a whole way of life, I love the taste of tea. Drink lots of tea in the UK, but it's not just the taste of the tea, it's the whole thing about the experience, the very verdant, lush green landscape it comes from, the Brahmaputra Valley, it brings that back, the steamy hot weather, the monsoon out here, when the monsoon comes, how wet, and the whole garden will be flooded, and just the tropical nature, like Matthew says, the sounds, the smells, the thunderstorms. I've never seen thunderstorms like it, the torrential rain. I think one of my happiest memories is playing with some of the children who are of our age of the staff. We would just go around the garden with catapults or making fires or picking fruits from the garden. There wasn't as many monkeys, so there was more fruit probably.
Here, like Suren and another chap that came yesterday, people that know us from back then.
Raja. Yes. Where is Raja?
We did such interesting things. They made us bows and arrows. They made kites for us to fly. We were so well looked after. We had such an enchanted life here. It was absolutely amazing. Always fishing for Mahseer. Obviously, this is called Wild Mahseer now. They were always having tennis parties. They were always rafting. Actually, in an hour's time, we're going rafting too. They were always rafting on the river and trekking, and lots of very interesting things were going on. In terms of sports and outdoor activities. It was a very sort of physical outdoor life.
With the group of us, maybe 4 or 5 boys from, boys of the staff and ourselves, and we'd all go out and play, often in the river, go through the tea estates, we'd go down to the river fishing with nets, catch small fish and things, and all day we were out basically, which suited us perfectly.
We're taught, for example, to catch fish with those nets that you throw that go in a big circle. I can remember learning how to do that. I can remember learning how to set fish traps to catch small fish. We spent time making little snacks and selling them in the bazaars to people. The bungalow is very similar, actually. It's been incredibly tastefully decorated. It's very, very beautiful, and hardly anything has changed, apart from it's a lot nicer now than it was then. What is different, I think, is it's got walls around it, which it never had before.
The brilliant thing, there is no TV.
Yes.
And that's a wonderful thing to me.
Yeah. The interior decoration and the way the bungalow is appointed is a lot nicer, because when we lived here, it was a sort of it was a company bungalow. Well, actually, this bit here is particularly emotional for me, because this is where my father had the old wireless radio, which he used to listen to the news from the World Service in London. And every evening about 6 o'clock, he'd come in here with me and there'd be lots of tweaking of the dials and stacking. So many things make us smile. I mean, just the noise in the morning when you wake up, the sound of the birds, all these different exotic calls going on, that definitely makes me smile. And the smell of the tea factories makes me smile. The cooking is just amazing here. Food is absolutely fantastic. That makes me smile. I'm giving you more than one because there's so many. The ambassador car was parked on this bit. In those days, you used to drive around in a circle, it's like a roundabout, and the car would come in this way and be faced this way, and the current path is where the exit path was, but in the middle was all flowers, and very sort of English, Victorian type setup.
Aya, who was a lady called Calmly, a very small woman, and I think she came from Shillong, from the hills, but she was ever so kind, and we spent most of the day with her helping.
And actually we were friends with the actual workers in the bungalow as well. I still remember all their names. There was Hari Lal, who's now sadly passed on. There was another chap called Phoeben. There was another chap called Indra. There were all the people, the Malis that worked in the garden. We knew all their names. But they were sort of friends of ours, and they indulged us a lot. So it was lovely. It was a lovely life. There was 2 different sort of communities. There was the children of the workers in the bungalow and the gardeners and people like that. We spent a huge amount of time there with them, didn't we, Matthew?
Yes.
Playing with them and what have you. And as I said earlier, it's been lovely to meet some of them now, with all of us together with Seren.
Yes.
And
it's great to see them again.
It's been so wonderful for us to realise that Seren is now working in the very bungalow in which we were, we used to play together, and it was just absolutely fun. I mean, it's actually been a complete shock to find that out. It was absolutely. We were looking at some photographs the other day of us all together as small children, with our bikes and what have you. Absolutely brilliant.
But it's so instantly recognisable, and I think it's something that will take time to think through, really. But we've had such a great time here. It's a wonderful house, wonderful people that are helping us enjoy our stay here. I can't think of anywhere I've been like this. It's unique.
I mean, the memories of an amazing way of life that you can't really find anywhere else in the world.
definitely, I will hope to return again. It's been such an amazing thing to see it so well preserved. The memories of tea and the whole community of tea, and how it's a closed community that is still going. It sounds like it's out of its time. It's a wonderful thing. And of course the wonderful weather and the wildlife, those are the things that I will take. And the friendliness of the people. Everyone honestly has been so friendly in our visit. The service has been absolutely amazing. You just do not get this level of friendliness and service in Europe. So it's lovely.